Testing, 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 testing. And we are alive. Okay? We are live and we're alive and we're feeling good. Okay? And we are out again. We're trying to keep the rhythm going of trying to go live earlier every day and possibly for longer, but I'm not sure how that second one's going to pull out since it is actually a lot hotter than it was yesterday. So fair warning, there may be disturbances if it suddenly goes and overheats. I will be cutting it short, just how it is. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm not sure how long we have. Phone's already phone's already pretty hot. Okay. Um, yeah, let's see how it goes. I mean, honestly, we could just walk and talk it. Probably be better if I'm walking around. The phone probably gets a little bit air. Yeah, let's go. You should be making content. You should be making content, and content is actually the future. I know we hear it all the time. Content is the future, yada, yada, yada. Content is already here. So, what do you mean? Everybody's already making content. Not enough, and not the right. Due a renaissance of content because, well, primarily because well, the past what 5-10 years, slowly India and other countries, kind of getting the internet more readily, and they're coming, and they're using it the same way. More first world countries were using it earlier, and that's a warning for an incoming storm. It's incoming because if you can imagine, um, once those countries start to see the full utility of the internet, things get to be become a little bit of a competition. Every time there's a new way to do something, people come along and they you know they take advantage, rightfully so. And you know most often things, kind of, as you can see, I'm sweating quite a bit. Things usually, not usually, but over time, eventually lead to utility, right? And so you have to think about it from the perspective of what is utility going forward? What does the future look like? What's useful in the future? Because what's useful today will not be useful tomorrow. What's useful tomorrow is not necessarily useful today. So if you want to, be an early adopter, you have to be able to take advantage of what is in. Just blowing on my phone to keep it cool. Yeah, just gonna walk around a little bit, just in circles essentially. You should be making content, and content is actually really easy to make. The only difficult part about making content is having something to say. And if you can figure out what to say, you're good. Most often, you'll see people like Gary Vee telling people to, notification. You'll see Gary Vee telling people to just pick up the phone and start recording. It's like, what am I supposed to record? Anything, right? And the reason he says that is if you make content enough times, if you put the phone on yourself enough times, you eventually just move towards utility. What's useful that I can say on camera? And that happens with society. That happens with the stock market. That happens with industry, and it happens with your own personal self. You go to the gym enough times, you figure out, uh, you know after wasting enough time, you feel like you wasted enough time. So there's like this urgency. There's like this like thing inside you, like, okay, let's make use of my time, right? And so this idea of going towards utility is universal, and it's a lot easier to make content if you have something to say. But if you don't have something to say, start recording anyway, and eventually you'll figure out what to say. And you might figure out what to say a few times before you land on the actual thing that you have to say. So don't be what's the word? Don't feel bad that you haven't figured it out immediately, because so it's just like time under tension. Eventually, you'll just see the path, the light at the end of the tunnel. If you go through the dark tunnel enough, you'll see the light, and you got nothing to do but go towards the light. And you might occasionally get confused and walk into the walls to the side, but that bump on your head, and the bruises will be a reminder to be more careful next time. And yeah, you should be making content, and it's coming. And the way that evolves is always just a matter of time, right? Like no one saw TikTok coming. They kind of took Musically and Vine and combined it together to allow people to create short form content, and now they have a shop, they have a marketplace, and people are paying their bills with that, either as a side hustle or as a full-time thing. And that's just for consumer products. You can do that with B2B as well. You have Alex Hermosi with acquisition.com. I don't know if he still has that, but he's got school.com. They've got Sam Ovens he had consulting.com, and now he has now he's in partnership with school.com with Alex Hermosi, and they're helping people create businesses. It's like they're creating content, funnel people in so that they can make them money via businesses. So content is useful all over. And there are people who get irritated by their platforms being used for constant monetization, and that's fair. It will evolve over time. Eventually people figure out new ways to monetize that are less annoying, and eventually people get annoyed at those. So things alter. But either way, there's no way forward except content. It's and here's why. You have AI, right? And that's my biggest kind of sign for it. In a world where personal branding matters so much, it's hard to build a personal brand now with just text. I mean, you see the people, like before, you could, like what, 50, 100 years ago, businesses ran a different way. You had people who had money, or if you go even further, people who were friends with royalty, who had established certain power and funds, and they helped people. They allowed, or they helped people to establish themselves and build themselves as someone you can trust. It's like networking, right? I know you, so I'm going to introduce you to everyone else who can help you survive in a marketplace, in an industry. Make friends. Or you have people like that come with revolutionary tech that just changes the world without asking, like Facebook and things like that. And waterfall. Oh, my AirPods just died, so I'm just gonna put them on charge real quick. And yeah, that's where we're at now, where the thing that revolutionizes is the thing that wins, but also content is still revolutionary. You look at anyone who does content, they've been able to monetize million dollar, multi-million dollar, $100 million industries. You know, podcasts, videos, networks, all of these. You know, before, if you wanted to get into, before someone's showing off with a bike or something, like a. They should keep it cool, but I'm just gonna make some finishing points because this is someone's desk. I asked to use. But yeah, before, if you wanted to do content, you'd find yourself, you know, having to go with a network or someone that was already established. But, you know, network, like, video means attention. If you can capture attention, you can build a personal brand, and you can build it really fast. And it's better than text, because text is AI now. Text is AI now, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's kind of like this thing now in the back of your mind. Whenever you see text, it's like, okay, this was possibly created using AI, and you cannot do this. You can't go live using AI. You can create videos, but it's not like it's amazing videos, you know, and it's not like it's real. It's not to the point of realism right yet. You can get images, and you can get, you know, audio to a certain extent. But even those are, you know, you can, if you use the right tools, you can figure it out, whether it was AI or not. And yeah, content is just the way. There's families who are monetizing, you know, people who are paying rent by, you know, making content on TikTok and selling products. It's like it's the best and fastest way to build, let's call it, a personal brand. And you know, you can make it as what's the word, brief as possible. It doesn't have to be you. It can be a character, as long as it's an attractive character, right? It's like from the book Hook Point by Russell Brunson, I think. The idea of an attractive character. I mean, most of these CEOs, or anyway, these public figures, are kind of utilizing the idea of an attractive character as well. And they're using it anyway, so it's not like you have to be completely yourself. And if you're completely yourself, you risk, you know, depending on who you are, some sort of backlash. You know, you don't want to be making the same jokes you make with your friends. Um, so there is a level of a filter, but it should be, because you're representing the utility, and you're presenting it in a way that's attractive to watch. Oh, someone's walking in, but yeah. And I think content, like, just make content. And I think if you just focus on just picking up the phone, picking up the camera, whatever you have available, I'd recommend using something that's easy to use to begin with. Like, just grab your phone. I know I use this mic, but it's not necessary. I only got this because it's very loud in Dubai and I have to be outside. But it's not necessary. The audio from an iPhone mic is just as good. Honestly, this just has like noise removal, and kind of work with your environment. But yeah, just pick up the camera and start recording, and eventually you'll figure it out. If you try it enough times, you know. And the reason why it's so hard is because it does require being on camera and kind of doing the thing, just like anything and everything. But the kind of globalization of content um, is what allows you to test so many times, test so much, that it's much easier to fail many times before you finally reach a level of consistency, a level of kind of quality that allows you to use that as a foundation for whatever you want to do. Yeah, and before I get told off for sitting in the, is that a dumbbell? Before I get told off for sitting in the lifeguard's seat, I'm gonna call it. Fortunately, he was nice enough to let me have this seat. But yeah, um, Yeah, make content, man. Make content. And it's really easy. And you should start now. And there's editing softwares out there that are on your phone that are really easy to use. CapCut, I use that. The free version is amazing. Um, there's a lot of free softwares. You can just figure it out based on your own needs, and there's always a way to do it, and everyone does it a little bit differently. No one has like this set way of doing something. Eventually people kind of, as they go into higher levels of it, it kind of becomes the same thing, and they're all using a similar type of camera. They have teams and editors that work on standardized processes and softwares, and that's cool, but you don't need that. You don't need it at all, to begin, at least. Obviously, if you want a certain level of quality, you move towards that eventually. And to begin with, there's absolutely no need. It's purely an excuse. I want to mention this again, but like I studied film, and one thing they always tell you, it's not about the kit, it's about the story. It's like, what story are you taking people through? What are you allowing them to experience, rather than the kit itself? So kit is an excuse, and it's not like it's irrelevant. Of course it's relevant. It provides a certain quality to your content, but is it necessary to begin? Absolutely not. That kit is what you worry about when you already have a certain level of something. Let's call it following, attention, and then you want to build upon that, and you kind of use your foundation as a way to push yourself forward. But for that foundation, you just have to start. And the job market sucks. Economy sucks. People people are stumbling for jobs, and employers are stumbling for skilled workers. There's like this kind of thing out there, and unfortunately, you just have to be able to work on it yourself. And if you can put enough effort in, there's um, there's definitely plenty you can do. And I'm gonna do my best to hit the 20-minute mark, because I kind of liked doing 40 minutes yesterday, and I'm kind of mad that my phone's overheated. The temperature, Dubai is a different beast. That's all. Yeah, make content. So what have I done today? Let me just recount what I've done today. Maybe I can run this a little bit longer. Um, I wrote a script. I wanted to create something that represented what I was offering. So I wrote a short, tight script, and I recorded it just now. That's why my phone was hot. I was already out there for a little bit, uh, recording. And so that's recorded. That's going to be edited for a schedule tomorrow. And might do a few text posts before its release. One tonight, one in the afternoon tomorrow, or just noon, or morning, whatever works. I might make them tonight and just schedule them. But yeah, I'm going to begin increasing my output again, because it's like my output's been pretty low as I kind of work on things, and it's like, okay, output needs to get back up there. Yeah, simple as. There's no kind of secret to it. The secret is, you have to just mentally prepare that it's going to be long and difficult, and it's going to suck, and eventually it doesn't. you know, that's the secret. And I found myself going from, like dreading the technical aspects of it to just like I have the whole process in my head now. I even have it written down, so I don't need to look at it. But it's like, okay, I need this equipment, this equipment. Check the bag. I have everything with me. Okay, go to the place. Make sure everything's charged. Okay, cool. Set it. Quick 5 minutes. Record a video. Then editing takes about, depending on the length, but if it's like a 30-second long video, if it's like 2 minutes worth of raw footage, it'll take me about 40 minutes to complete from start to finish. And and then the rest, packaging, writing, it'll probably take another 10, 20 minutes, so overall, like creating and editing and posting a video takes an hour total of my day. That's one video. And obviously that time can be spread across the day as I do other tasks. But yeah, that's recorded. That's going to go on there. And I'm going to be taking a more proactive approach to outreach, like I've explained in previous videos, previous lives. And yeah, am I missing anything? Yeah, just worked out again. Um, I kind of half dress casual, half for a workout so that I can, because I've been making too many excuses to not work out. So it's like if I can just, like, whenever I'm walking by the gym, I'll just, like, I have some time before I need to do something, just quick half hour. And yeah, I've done that. That seems to be working well. But the low calories doesn't help. you know. But I'm probably gonna go have a protein shake now, just to level myself for my final meal for the day. And that's about it. It's nothing new. Process is creating, iterating, one after the other. And I follow this guy on LinkedIn called John Kraske. He's pretty funny guy, and he's got some great ideas on LinkedIn. I think he uses LinkedIn very well. And Jasmine, I don't know how to pronounce his surname, so I'm not going to attempt. Great ideas, great ways on how to utilize LinkedIn, I think. And yeah, uh, what works? If it works, it works. Whatever. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I've gotten better. I've gotten better at focusing on the kind of meat and bones. Like, I think I wanted to do something more today, something more whatever, whatever, uh, like a higher quality of video. But I'm like, if I focus on that, I might not have time for other stuff. So it's like I don't want to neglect it. So instead of trying to do too many things at once, I'm like, at least let's do this. And you know what? I can just improve it next week. So I'm going to try and make the same video again and again every few days, maybe every week, depends. And just see how it lands. Try different angles. Try to say the same thing a thousand different interesting ways. Yeah. I'm suddenly like crashing. I think usually I have like one coffee, but today I had two. So because I'm eating less, so I needed a coffee to just suppress the hunger. And I'm lowering my carbs because I find out when I have carbs, or too much carbs, my brain gets foggy. And if I don't have enough, my brain gets foggy. So, I've been trying to find the sweet spot. And yeah, I'm getting there. Getting there. Suddenly feel incredibly sleepy, but I'm going to go take a quick shower now because I've been sweating too much. And, oh, Yeah. And just to wrap it up, I think sorry, someone was there. Just to wrap it up, I think it's important to just keep going. Um, yeah, just start. And if you need help, just comment and just find me on LinkedIn, Mohammed. Find me. No, just comment below and I'll respond. If you need some help, let me know, and I'll I'll show you the process of how that's done, and you can figure it out. Anywho, that's basically it. There's not much more to it. If you need some help, comment. If not, that's cool. But check it out on LinkedIn. Yeah. In essence, be good, do good things, and subscribe, and good things happen. Do you understand? That's the mantra. Another day of doing some weight training, and I woke up with like sore muscles, which is good, which means it's working. I stretched the muscles and overloaded them enough. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want to focus too much on recovery while I'm trying to work. But like just a small amount of improvement a day is enough. And all the sweating, as long as I keep off the snack, I'll be, losing weight anyway. Hopefully. But yeah, lean in all ways, lean and efficient. Utility is in being lean. If you have excess fat in your process, it's kind of like I can tell you, I've lost 10 kilos since Feb, and your body just moves differently. I feel more able to walk around, and my joints hurt less because it's carrying 10 kilos less. Like my ankles used to feel the full brunt of it, but you lean down and everything just works better in harmony. It's just how it is. Yeah, you know so if you're a founder for a company, and you're wondering how I can do this is how you can do this. You know what I mean? So what's up? Okay, we said 20, but we're making it to 30. So be good, do good things, and subscribe, I guess, and good things will happen. So, more help. Catch me again tomorrow. As always, I'll see you tomorrow.